Have no fear. John Wayne Mercure is here. No way, right? No, there's only one way. And you know that. And I'm talking to you today again. I'm begging you, veterans out there especially. I care about the veterans. You volunteered. You volunteered to lose your life going out there under sniper fire and fighting for America and our Constitution and our laws. We're a republic. That's what the Constitution and the Bill of Rights signify. A Constitution means the law is everything. And I wrote this sonnet, number 901. I wrote it January the 23rd, 2010, so I wrote it 9 years ago. It's still a problem, a big problem. Why? I can't stand Saul Alinsky. He's ashamed of his people. He was very angry because he couldn't get a job after he got out of college. Well, he majored in archaeology. There's no jobs in archaeology. What do you think was going to happen? You have people that get out of college, they're not trained to do anything. They're liberal arts majors and they can't do anything. A lot of them have to be in remedial classes because they don't know anything, and that's got to stop. There's something really wrong with our colleges and universities. They're full of communists and socialists and Marxists and people that can't make it in the private sector. And this sonnet here, I can't stand Saul Alinsky. Every time I hear his name, I get angry. There are Saul Alinsky beasts among us that have sold their souls to Satan. They have. They're Satan's little helpers. I mean, Satan says, you worship me and I'll give you everything. I'll give you the whole world. Just like what the Democrats are saying now. What I'm telling you is, hey, rather rule in hell than serve in heaven, huh? They want to rule in hell. They think that the devil's going to let them rule. Yeah, sure he is. Saul Alinsky, beasts among us. Beasts. Idiot Danny Glover. I used to really like him. But in that movie, what was it? Purple, whatever it was. I couldn't stand that movie because of the way he was. He was a real evil person. And I'm beginning to think that's what he really is. I couldn't stand him embracing the Venezuelan thug, Hugo Chavez. Hugo Chavez destroyed that country. It should be one of the most wealthy countries in the nation, but it's not. And the reason it isn't is because of socialism. And I'll tell you, Venezuela, Hugo Chavez and Danny Glover getting together, come on, man, that's not your job, Danny. A seditious culprit to do that. Hollywood trash. America, he betrayed. Johnny Depp, I can't stand him. I really like pirate movies, but I won't watch one because he's in them. Johnny Depp, he wanted to assassinate the president. You can't do that. That's misprision of felony. You're telling people to commit felonies. It's just like an idiot Madonna. She wants to blow up the White House. What? You can't say stuff like that. It's inciting violence. It's misprision of felony. You're telling people to commit felonies. Madonna, yeah, she's washed up. She's a has-been. She's got illegitimate children. And of course it doesn't matter in satanic Hollywood. Johnny Depp wearing communist Che Guevara picture around his neck. I saw it on a cover of a magazine, and I still have the cover, but I canceled the magazine the next day. I mean, he thinks Che Guevara is so great. Che Guevara was a communist. Che Guevara was a murderer. And Johnny Depp likes Che Guevara? I'll never watch anything he ever does again. He's pitiful. He's pitifully ignorant. Moron Depp. He's playing with a crooked deck. Oliver Stone. He volunteered for Vietnam duty. I admire that. But he's now a traitor. He really is. He hates America. Yet he takes the money, doesn't he? You don't see him giving up any of his millions. He's a commie viper. Sean Penn, he's a disgrace to William Penn's name. William Penn, the founder of Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania. He's a great man, William Penn. And I don't like Sean Penn having his name. Hostile scum, Sean Penn. A long gone commie. Eyes of the serpent. A demonic, wicked one. Hollywood trash, living like kings, preaching Mao Zedong. Wooden-headed smut peddlers, pornographers, dealing in dung. That's what they deal in. Anything for $1, anything for a paycheck, selling their very souls for a paycheck. Stinging vipers, acting like devils. Satanic cinema, so evil. As long as they get a check, it's okay. Media, journalists, they make up stories that aren't even true. They're not journalists. They're yellow journalists, yellow journalism whores, yellow journalism, you know, the kind of paper you put on the bottom of bird cages. Raw violence in Hollywood, nasty sex, lurid headlines, filthy language, right in a grocery store, in a magazine rack. It's just terrible what's going on. They want to sell newspapers. If it bleeds, it leads. Maybe they'll buy it if we make it really awful. Peddle the magazines. Sell this smut. Beady-eyed snakes. Hell is waiting for these vermin. Human vermin. Iniquitous fruitcakes. Saul Alinsky rodents. Worshipping the devil. Attacking America with vicious tactics. Satan's little helpers. All radicals acting maniacal. Chaos lovers. Lunatic antics. Mao Zedong murdered 70 million Chinese. They're not even sure how many. And Hollywood loves Mao Zedong. Mao Zedong murdered his own people. Think of that. 70 million people murdered. How can Alinsky communists be so stupid? Wallowing in such sin. Stalin, they like Stalin. He murdered at least 60 million Russians. Not accounts for any of the Germans he murdered. Of course, that was war. That's different, right? I don't know if it is or not. Murdering people. But he killed 60 million of his own people. Hollywood whores, they exalt him. He's their hero. Win any war the way the commies can. Anyway, overthrow democracy. Overthrow republics. America must go, they say. Really? America can't go. It's the beacon light for the world. Freedom, liberty. And a lot of people can't handle freedom. They can't handle liberty. Pol Pot, Cambodia, he slaughtered 3 million of his own people. A commie thug. That's what they want. Communism, socialism. Saul Alinsky radicals assault American law. The law is everything. You got to believe that. Without the law, we live as animals. There has to be rules. And the law, at least you can go to the law. Maybe you won't win, but you have a chance. You have a chance to give your point of view, due process, equal protection of the law. Saul Alinsky radicals, Alinsky bugs. America's enemies are within, enemies inside. Domestic terrorists. Expose them. All of you out there, you patriots, I'm talking to you veterans especially. Please, please, we got to expose these people. And you got to stand up. I mean, you stood up and you went to war. You went to the service and risked your life. Can't you stand up now? I'm begging you to stand up. Expose them, these people. We got to outlaw these loudmouths. At least stand up and tell them. They despise America. To hell with those people that despise America. Living off America's vast opportunities and hating it. There's people that hate this country. What are they, crazy? They're vampire leeches. Dreaming of a socialistic, communist empire. Sons of bitches. Never again will I ever see Johnny Depp, Oliver Stone, Danny Glover, Madonna, Deborah Messing. Forever defiled will they be. Their name is in outer space right now, cyberspace. I want it out there forever. Sean Penn, a vile commie lover. Actors of evil. Michael Moore, he's one of the worst. That fat slob, he's a moron trying to tell us what to do. Wicked media devils. What I'm telling you is, Hollywood is so full of these people, and they think their opinions matter. Let me tell you something. They're reading everything. But everything I'm reading, I wrote. You think they wrote what they're reading? They didn't. They don't have enough brains to write a script. But they can read it real well. And then they're supposed to tell us what to do. They're acting. Don't you understand what that means? That's not who they are on stage. They're acting, and they didn't write it. Think about that. Everybody you see on TV, they're using a teleprompter. I'm not using a teleprompter. I'm reading my own stuff, but I wrote it. And these people in Hollywood, up there on the stage, they're reading off of idiot cards, cue cards, teleprompters. You think they're smarter than you are? They're not. I learned how to read in the 3rd grade. And that's all they're doing is they're reading. They're reading. And yeah, they're memorizing the script and all that. But believe me, they didn't write it. and they'll do anything for a check. They'll take off their clothes. They use the most filthy language, and we pay money to see them. And there's some good people out there in Hollywood, but they're not even allowed to speak. Why? Because they're not communists. They're not socialists. They're not Marxists. They're not progressives. They're not democrats who are Saul Alinsky's Satan's little helpers. I'm asking you to help. I'm telling you, this Hollywood thing has gotten way out of control. On this TV, I'm seeing these people like Jim Carrey. I used to like him, but he had this skit about get rid of all the guns. We're going to need our guns. In this world, we have enemies. And if they're going to come to your door, what are you going to do? Stand there with your dick in your hand? You have to be able to defend what's yours. Defend your family. Because they will rape them and murder them right in front of your face. What are you going to do then? Beg? Plead? Please don't? That's one of the things that people don't understand. When the Japanese didn't invade the West Coast, they were going up and down with their destroyers. All right? We couldn't have stopped them. And I asked them, how come you don't invade? They said, because we know there'll be a sniper behind every tree. Can you imagine that? 30 million snipers, 40 million snipers, and that would happen now. We're going to need our guns. And I'm telling you, Hollywood is against guns, but they got armed security. They live in gated communities. They're armed to the teeth, but not us regular people, right? They don't want us armed. They want us disarmed. Well, the Second Amendment shall not be infringed. And I'm telling you again, it's an infringement when they take away people's guns. They can't do that. George Washington believed a free people ought to be armed. I got it in my Bible. What I'm telling you is I need your help out there, especially you veterans. I'm talking to you. When I say these things, you already fought for this country. You already served. Will serve again. Serve again as a civilian. We have a strong citizen. Citizens United. It's a great club. You got to join it. Citizens United. They know what they're doing. They want us all together. Speaking up. When these people talk their nonsense and their crap and making trouble, you got to stand up and tell them, hey, there's parliamentary procedure. We got to let everybody talk. I believe in free speech. I don't like what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. So, that's Voltaire that said that. I believe in free speech. But if they're wrong, we got to tell them, hey man, you better rethink that. We have to have the other side. Where's the other side? The media now is just one side. The democrats, the socialists, the progressive, the communists, these professors in high schools and colleges. They're turning out people that don't believe in our republic. They don't believe in our history. They want to tear down statues. I saw in San Francisco or somewhere, they had a big mural of George Washington and they were going to cover it up. What? They're attacking our religion. They're attacking our history. They can't stand America. They hate America. And they say, oh, we don't. We're just trying to help. The hell you are. You're traitors, all of you. And I'm telling you right now, I'm a history teacher. I'm an educator for 16 years. I've seen all of this. I know all of this. I've been through doors. And I'm just telling you, I love this country so much. And I'm begging you out there, you citizens, please, we need your help. You got to remember this. Saul Alinsky, he has his little Satan helpers everywhere. And they're all against us. We got to stand up. I'm begging you, please. Inch'Allah, Allah pour vous. Thank you for listening, mes amis. Au revoir.